If you're not really going drops, you want to have a very strong tank army. And because of these positions, there's really no room for vulture harass. Sometimes you see in TVT lots of vultures mining everywhere, trying to stall a Terran advance. Not the case this time. Gretorp moving out 2 dropships, full of siege tanks and wraiths leading the way. Turret's already being finished just in time though. That's going to deter Gretorp. Nope, not going to deter Gretorp. He's going to go ahead and drop his forces. Wraiths being blown out of the sky though. And those siege tanks are now inside Sadist base. Sadist bringing up his own dropships to try to force Gretorp to retreat. Dropships coming back. Going to load up those siege tanks and... Ooh, ouch, not that guy. Didn't care about that guy. Left him to die. And Goliath's picking off the dropships as they're coming back. They might be able to do it. No, but not without the range upgrade. 1 dropship, 16 HP, able to fly back through the barrage of Goliath fire to safely drop off these siege tanks. They're going to get repaired and get back to the fighting. Sadist lost a lot of his siege tanks right here. Gretorp was able to use the time that the Goliaths were not around to slowly push forward, also bringing over his engineering bay to help spot. Sadist had done the same thing with his racks, but he's not using it at the moment. Range upgrade now finishing for the Goliaths, just a couple minutes too late to help destroy those dropships. And let's see here. Factory count, we got 4, 2 machine shops on this. And we got 3 with 2 starports and a 3rd command center looks like ready to lift off and take the 3rd base as soon as Gretorp can push Sadist out of here. Great delaying tactics by Sadist. He's at 92 food while Gretorp is at 85. And just really keeping these siege tanks here is just preventing Gretorp from taking his 3rd base. He invested in minerals on this command center. Can't use it yet, but he's got a very superior siege tank count here, and he can easily overwhelm those 2 siege tanks. All he needs to do is just pretty much attack move, and he can get rid of these guys fairly easy. Sadist taking his 3rd expansion in the bottom right hand corner. SCVs moving out and about the scout. And drops coming in now for Sadist. He's looks like gonna try to siege from maybe the middle only up into Gretorp's base. What is he doing? Not quite sure. Dropship's now gonna drop up on the high ground. He's gonna even he's gonna solidify his position here at the 3 o'clock base even more by having those siege tanks up on the high ground, and not to mention Goliath helping to protect those units. Ouch! Those siege tanks were pretty much just like, hey, SCV, catch, and then blew their tank buddy away as well. Gretorp still not able to secure a 3rd expansion, instead opting to build a 4th command center down here, hoping to keep it hidden. And meanwhile, Sadist is taking this expansion. I don't know if Gretorp is aware that this expansion is going up. I don't know if that SCV saw that. He's just building this command center in preparation to steal it from Sadist when he moves his army out to attack. Not quite sure. Command center being blasted by a couple of Goliaths down here. Gonna get it into the yellow. And again, Gretorp stuck at 3 bases, while Sadist is putting up a 4th in his 2nd expansion. The 3rd base is now online. Dropships on the way, probably to reinforce that expansion. SCV should be being transferred here. Yep, there they are. And now we see more factories going up as well for Sadist. He could actually put up a 6th. That's probably what this guy's doing right there. Gonna go put up a 6th factory. And Gretorp's still at 3 factories, and really he's gonna get out macroed here very quickly. He's got the 2 starports. Looks like he's gonna try to do some kind of all-in Wraith build. I don't think that's going to be a very wise move. I don't think Gretorp is going to be able to do too much with an all-in Wraith build. Sadist has Comsat at 2 command centers. They're saving up energy pretty much. 2 shots of energy. Wraiths coming in, picking off dropships. Comsat goes off though. And we can see that Sadist just playing perfect TVT, preventing Gretorp from taking the 3rd base at all locations, sieging up these forces here. Unfortunately, I think he was gonna try to drop the main, but once he saw those dropships and those raids, forced to just kind of unload and drop off here. But the reason why Gretorp was moving all these guys down here was to take this mineral only to at least get a 3rd base started. Racks again gonna go down for Sadist, but now Gretorp thoroughly contained in his base. Really can't take this mineral, his 2nd natural, without sacrificing a lot of troops to remove these tanks up on the high ground. Can't really move in to take this position as well because of the siege tanks and Goliath fortification. And it looks like Sadist is going to go ahead and push out. So the only thing, Gretorp has left to do is attack. And looks like that SCV did see this expansion at the bottom right. And it looks like Gretorp's on his way to harass that. Of course, Sadist saw that, and he's moving his forces in an attempt to counterattack. there are no forces here defending this bottom right natural expansion. Missile turrets did get placed to help defend against the dropships, and all of Gretorp's dropships do go down. That's really going to hurt Gretorp's ability to be mobile. Sadist has dropships floating around somewhere, not quite sure where they are, but Sadist is going to have the mobility over Gretorp. Unfortunately for Sadist, I don't think he's going to be able to get up that ramp. A lot of siege tanks up on the high ground. You can see that Sadist turning his army around, not going to go to defend his natural expansion. Hopefully he lifts out the command center and doesn't leave that to die, because that's just, no, he's going to leave it to die. Of course, there are wraiths in the vicinity and they would have blown it up anyways, but still trying to at least get it to run away is better than just leaving it there, but maybe just didn't want to waste the APM. But it's okay. It would have died regardless, so I'll stop talking about it. Sadist with a very mobile army with 3 dropships, not to mention lots of Goliaths to help defend against the massive amount of Wraiths that Gretorp is still producing. Again, I just don't think Wraiths is a very strong move. Wraith Siege Tank gets beaten by Siege Tank Goliath, and now we can see Sadist coming in, dropping off his dropships, losing one to turret, almost losing another, but able to get his Siege Tanks into a very strong fortified position. Gretorp, because he was massing his Siege Tanks up on this high ground, able to get his Siege Tanks over to help repel this push somewhat, but again, he did not have that many siege tanks in his natural expansion because he has all of his siege tanks massing up here on the high ground for maybe for dropships to be produced. Not quite sure why he's massing up that high. That's going to allow Sadist to sneak in through this upper part and get inside Gretorp's natural expansion. Gretorp now losing his natural expansion. SCVs are going down. They're coming off the mineral line to start fighting, trying to use the splash damage against Sadist. Sadist losing the siege tanks. Wraith's coming in to reinforce, but Gretorp has lost a lot of SCVs. His main base is almost mined out.